Coming in at number 10, we have Tom Felton. Tom Felton is an award-winning actor that is known best for his role in Harry Potter. While Tom has made some dramatic changes since he was everyone's favorite sneaky Slytherin student, while the star started off as a heartthrob child that stole our hearts with his beautiful blue eyes and white blonde hair, by 2018 when he made an appearance on Good Morning Britain to promote his YouTube series Origin, he would look nothing like the clean-cut child star that once taunted Harry Potter while portraying his Slytherin nemesis. While the star has been sporting long hair tied in a man bun and glasses, a lot of Harry Potter fans would come for Tom and say that he definitely didn't grow up to be the heartthrob we all thought he would be. However, coming into 2023, Tom will once again be unrecognizable, as lately the actor has been looking pretty spicy again. While Tom has definitely struggled to stay on top of the industry since starring in Harry Potter, in 2022 he had the chance to play a bad guy once more, and this time it was for the notorious criminal Guy Fawkes. He looked completely unrecognizable in the theater show, and as we watch Tom grow over the last couple of years, he's definitely become the heartthrob we all thought he would be, and you can't deny that. Coming in number 9, Khloe Kardashian. So Khloe Kardashian has recently been receiving backlash for her ever-changing look, as fans believe that she lost too much weight, and they also think she's gone way too overboard with cosmetic procedures. While the star has been stunning, rocking a sporty, long, blonde, wavy hair, it has us all wondering if it's Khloe or has she been replaced by a double. While Khloe has stated that she lost all her weight following a low-carb diet that her nutritionist gave her, the plan has caused her to lose over 60 pounds. And while many people believe Khloe looks fabulous with her new look, as she does, many fans are also concerned that she's getting too skinny after she shared a workout mirror selfie, with one fan writing, "Her revenge body phases are always so hard, as she goes too hard in my eyes to say, look what you're missing out, you idiot." When in reality, I just want to see her happy with herself. It seems she works on herself in ways that make her life better. Other fans have said, nah, that's not Khloe. While Khloe has had plastic surgery in the past, she continues to lose a huge amount of weight, and by 2023, Khloe could look completely unrecognizable when it comes to the rest of her family. Hey Peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
And at number 8, Kourtney Kardashian. This transformation was not only shocking, it also came with some drama. Kourtney Kardashian did a complete 180 with her look and sported a bleach blonde bob cut for Halloween. She played the character Alabama Worley, who is the female protagonist in the film True Romance. Her look featured the shocking hair, red lip, and 70s retro outfit, along with her newest addition, an engagement ring from Travis Barker. But the drama here is that the film True Romance was a special bond between Travis Barker and his ex-wife Shanna Moakler. They even named their daughter Alabama after the lead character. Moakler commented on the strange choice, saying, quote, "What was weird is that they were posing about a movie that Travis and I basically bonded over. I called him Clarence in the movie, we named our daughter after the character Alabama in the movie, I walked down the aisle to You're So Cute from True Romance. And our first dance at our wedding was to the love song from True Romance." So definitely more than a little awkward.
Number 7, Meg Ryan. Before her plastic surgery, Meg Ryan was an American sweetheart that was known throughout the world for her roles in popular movies such as Sleepless in Seattle, Top Gun, You've Got Mail, and City of Angels. Entering in 2023, unfortunately, many people are still asking what happened to Meg Ryan, as the Hollywood star has since become unrecognizable after undergoing terrible plastic surgeries. While Meg's life has been full of controversies, her most recent and enduring controversy has everything to do with her messy plastic surgery result, which has been responsible for her changing appearance over the past few years. While the Hollywood actress still tries to claim that she had no work done, she isn't fooling any of us. While doctors have also insisted that the star has had too much Botox done on her face, the procedures include Botox and fillers, and it's resulted in the disaster we see today. While it's clear her appearance was surgically achieved, as she looked good before she had any work done, doctors have also pointed out that she had some sort of nose job done to the tip of her nose as it looks a little pinched on top. It's also said that she had way too much Botox injected into her forehead, and she's even added too much volume to her lips. Today, Meg Ryan has this unnatural look on her face caused by unusual full cheeks and small squinting eyes. Number 6. Priscilla Presley. From the bride of rock and roll legend to Leslie Nielsen's partner in comedy escapades, Priscilla Presley has undergone innumerable changes since the cat eye days of the 1960s. Although she was once defined as being one half of a superstar it couple, Presley has proven that she is indeed and will always be a powerhouse in her own way. While Priscilla has donned everything from Lana Del Rey exquisite drips to gothic garbs, it seems like soon she might just be immortalized. While the star has had multiple plastic surgeries to look how she looks today, unlike other people her age, Priscilla has managed to keep a wrinkle-free face. Now, Priscilla has always had this natural beauty to her, and when Elvis met her, she was only 14 and she had this dove-like beauty, and the world-famous singer was actually acting awkward and embarrassed in front of her. Decades later, Priscilla has lost that dove-like beauty, and now her face just looks so stiff as if she can't even move it. While her publicist has disclosed that she did have botched plastic surgery, fans have come out to say that her face now looks like a mask, and what happened to her is just so sad. While many celebrities have had plastic surgery, what makes Priscilla so disconcerting is how she looks completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Number 5. Raven-Symoné. Recently, Raven-Symoné has been wowing the public with her new slim figure, which has left her completely unrecognizable, and when she hits the red carpet or uploads a new photo and videos to her social media accounts. Raven first rose to fame as a child actor, starring in The Cosby Show and then Disney's That's So Raven. Since Raven's last stint in the limelight, she lost 70 pounds, and many claim that she is nearly unrecognizable from her former curvy self. While Raven now rocks a new, very thin figure with sculpted legs, she said, "I thought I looked fabulous before, and nobody else did. So whatever. Actually, now I wear bigger clothes because I don't like the way people stare at me. I liked it before. Now, you're just looking at me for the wrong reasons. Before, you were actually looking at me for real reasons." Now, Raven has always stood by her curves and insisted that she was comfortable with her body. Raven's latest weight loss debut shows off a year of total transformations. However, while her body has changed, it sounds as though her healthy mindset has still remained, so there's nothing really to worry about when it comes to her weight loss and unrecognizable looks.
At number 4, Priscilla Presley. This is by far the worst plastic surgery story out there, because not only did Priscilla end up botched, but she also drastically changed her looks. Priscilla Presley, the wife of the late Elvis Presley, suffered through a plastic surgery nightmare when she went in to receive injectables from a very unreliable source. Priscilla had begun dabbling in plastic surgery, undergoing a few procedures such as injections and facelifts, but when she fell victim to an unlicensed cosmetic surgeon, that's when things got really bad. This unlicensed professional gave Priscilla injections in her cheeks and used products and techniques that were unapproved. To make matters worse, it turned out that the silicone that this so-called doctor used on Priscilla was not medical grade and was instead a substance similar to that which mechanics use for car parts. Thankfully, Priscilla got justice against this doctor, and the individual who performed these procedures got jail time, but sadly Priscilla as well as a handful of other people were left as botched victims of this mad doctor, and Priscilla's looks were never the same.
Number 3. Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis' performance in the Hangover trilogy as the bride's ditzy younger brother Alan will live on forever in our hearts, as that was Zach's first breakthrough role. Since then, he has starred in several hit films in Hollywood. However, when you think of him, think of his character Alan, chubby with bushy hair and a long beard. You never in a million years imagined that he would be a hunk hiding underneath all that hair. Zach has not only removed his beard, shortened his hair, he's also lost a significant amount of weight, giving way for a new handsome man to take the spotlight for us now. Unlike most people on this list, it's almost impossible to imagine him playing Alan with a nice boy look. But I almost want to see the Hangover trilogy do it now, because it would definitely be a spicy film we would never forget. Luckily, Zach has managed to turn back the clock, and he's actually proved that he keeps getting better looking over time. And with a little effort, he seriously looks like he traveled back in time and had his younger self come to the future to continue to work before him, which I know it sounds insane, but just take a look at his before and after photos and you'll completely understand what I'm trying to say. And number 2, Val Kilmer. Another celebrity from back in the day who did not age well is Val Kilmer. While Val definitely used to be a hunk in the 80s and 90s, if you ask any early millennial about him, they will tell you about how they fell in love with Val due to his good looks, but today his name might not ring a bell for a lot of late millennials because even if he kept on acting, his looks have faded away with time, which has made him become pretty less memorable entering into 2023, especially for younger women. It's very likely if you were out and about and you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't even think that he used to be a Hollywood hunk that everyone wanted to date. Heck, you wouldn't even think that he was a really successful actor. Luckily for Val, Hollywood tends to be more forgiving when it comes to a man's age and looks more than it is when it comes to a woman, which is why he's still starring in several more films despite not having the same heartthrob looks as he used to before. However, we still have to mention that time has definitely not been so forgiving on the star, as he's completely unrecognizable, and that's why he made this list today. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Pamela Anderson. If you think you were fooled when I said Pamela Anderson, think again, because I definitely said her name. And now that you see her picture, you probably wouldn't even guess it was her if I didn't tell you. Now, we all remember Pamela from the hit TV series Baywatch when she rocked that steamy red bathing suit like no one else. Now, she didn't exactly become famous because of her amazing acting abilities, but mainly because of her stunning looks. Hollywood is the place where looks can get you a long way. Pamela had a pretty successful acting career, and she was also pictured in magazines for men. She also enjoyed living her life in the fast lane. While Pamela was a rock and roll chick and was famously married to Tommy Lee, the drummer of the rock band Motley Crue, whom she later divorced, could the rock life be responsible for stealing her look? While the actress is definitely not in her 20s anymore, we have seen plenty of actors and singers age wonderfully and retain their youthful features. In Pamela's case, however, she wasn't so lucky as she's completely unrecognizable now. Coming at number 10, we have Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan has been looking pretty different in the new glamorous snaps that she's been sharing to her social media pages. While the 36-year-old has made a long-awaited return to showbiz with a new podcast, and she's even signed a deal with Netflix, her new photos have us all wondering, is this really Lindsay Lohan we're seeing? Lindsay first rose to fame as a child star in the hit Disney remakes like The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, and she eventually landed roles in Herbie Fully Loaded and Mean Girls. Between 2007 and 2012, Lindsay was known to keep gossip magazines alive as she made headlines for a series of under the influence decisions. After a troubled few years, it seems like the star spent some time away from America to live in countries like Greece, and she's starting to make a comeback in film, which is actually pretty exciting to see. With Irish Wish dropping sometime this year, I think we can all agree her recent Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas, was a success. However, in the first shots, she looked completely unrecognizable. While Lindsay hasn't appeared in film for a while, with Irish Wish coming soon, it's a major sign that this could be the start of her return, and I'm honestly living for it. Number 9, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has been in the spotlight since her early childhood, and with it comes a natural evolution over the last couple of years. Don't get me wrong, the actor has always been stunning and multi-talented, and we watched her firmly step into who she is today. However, she isn't the same little girl we grew to know on the Disney hit series Wizard of Waverly Place. Gomez, who is known for her comforting charm and calming energy, has been stepping out of her comfort zone lately, and she looks nothing like the brunette self she used to be, as she's ditched the blonde hair and she's opted to go back to a more natural approach. Recently, Selena was spotted showing off her stunning figure when she was spending some time with some friends in Mexico. While the star was spotted wearing a white bandeau top and black bikini bottoms, fans were quick to point out that Selena has recently been rocking some stunning curves. While it was only natural we would see Selena grow into a total rocket, she's proved that with age, she's only becoming more stunning as time goes on. And even though she might not be as recognizable as she used to be, she's healthy and she's thriving, and that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
And at number 8, Will Smith. Will Smith is doing the media rounds to promote his newest film, King Richard. But fans weren't focused on the movie during his latest interview because they couldn't stop staring at his strange appearance. He acted and sounded like his usual self, but for some reason he looked very different, leaving fans puzzled. One person wrote, quote, "Will Smith looks like the Pixar version of himself. WTF, had to get the program info up on the one show to make sure it was actually him." Some speculated that he got some cosmetic enhancements to defy aging, but he went overboard and that's why he looks so different. Another fan said, quote, "Will Smith has definitely done something to himself, he looks so odd." Will has been open about his weight gain during the pandemic, and he is now on a health and fitness journey to get in top shape again, so maybe cosmetic procedures are a part of his new look.
Number 7. Britney Spears. Britney Spears fans for years have been left feeling distraught after learning what the star has had to face over the last decade, and when Ellen took to Instagram to show a stunning throwback clip of the pop star in December, fans were quick to point out that she looks completely unrecognizable today. Although the post was meant to be a sweet birthday tribute to Britney, fans couldn't help but reminisce on the icon's natural beauty before she faced her downward spiral. Seeing the Toxic Singer's 2003 appearance on Ellen's show also caused social media users to rethink Britney's current mental health status, as the singer they know is completely unrecognizable in comparison to the blonde babe that sat beside the famed talk show host when she was only 19 years old. The stunned admirers couldn't believe that the pureness Spears portrayed during her first appearance on the show, which aired 4 years before the 41-year-old infamously shaved her head. Even though the mother of 2 recently broke free from being under her father's hands for 13 years in an attempt to retake control of her life, fans have remained worried it isn't her behind the camera. And even if she is the same person physically, many social media users believe emotional damage might be too deep to repair. Seeing Britney's images now has made a lot of fans really sad, as her teeth now look different, she's lost her accent, and fans have even claimed that she just looks tired and sounds sad. Number 6. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore has seriously been switching things up. While the star has always donned impressively styled outfits, she clearly has a distinct style she likes to stick to. Now lately it seems like Drew is definitely ramping things up, as she recently revealed a stunning transformation that even left her hair unrecognizable. It's clear that Drew definitely cleans up nice, and when she went under a full makeover on the Drew Barrymore show, her hairdresser, Chris Appleton, would post a picture of the final results, and it would show Drew rocking glowing makeup and hair extensions. So Drew looks so different thanks to Charlotte Tilbury and Chris, and fans were quick to race to the comment section to hype up how Drew looked. But they also pointed out for a few good seconds, it was really hard to tell it was her. Drew looks were pretty similar to a combination of Jennifer Lopez and the Kardashians. While Chris is a renowned celebrity hairstylist with clients that include Kim and J-Lo, and Charlotte Tilbury's celebrity list includes the Skims founder and Penelope Cruz, makes sense because Drew looked completely stunning. While Drew does look beautiful both ways, she always knows how to make heads turn when she enters a room with full makeup on. Number 5. Miley Cyrus. Over the last decade, Miley continues to confuse fans with her unrecognizable looks. When she appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show back in November, after a few photos were shared to Instagram, a few people were quick to point out that her teeth and the shape of her face looked different. While the star was stunning in her black leather outfit and blue shirt, she rocked a blonde wavy hairdo and left some of her dark brunette roots showing. While Miley was on the show to promote her NBC special Miley's New Year's Eve party, which she was co-hosting alongside her godmother Dolly Parton, fans would debate on whether the singer had undergone some cosmetic treatments or not. However, there were also a number of comments saying Miley looked like her mom, Tish Cyrus, and others have even compared her to Madonna. Also, did you see some of the videos circulating from Miley's New Year's Eve party? Because the star looked once again unrecognizable, sporting blonde hair with black underneath, and many of her outfits were just stunning. Honestly, Miley's become this blonde bombshell with tattoos, and her performance with Fletcher still has me believing it was all just a dream. I honestly like this new side of Miley, and I can't wait to see more.
And at number 4, Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman has completely transformed into Lucille Ball for the new movie based on her life called Being the Ricardos. The film will follow Lucille and Desi during a whirlwind week at filming I Love Lucy, with the story unfolding during a Monday table read until it wraps up with a Friday TV shoot in front of a live audience. Not only has Kidman nailed her look, insiders say that Kidman sounds identical to Ball as well and has nailed her signature voice. One of Lucille's children even praised the film, saying that Nicole Kidman did a spectacular job in the role.
Number 3. Alexa Ray Joel. Alexa Ray Joel is a singer and a pianist famously known for her performances at numerous charity events and New York City fashion events. Being the daughter of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Billy Joel and model Christy Brinkley, it was only natural that Alexa would be willing to try some daring looks. However, Alexa has been leaving fans stunned with her new look as she sparks some plastic surgery rumors. While in the past Alexa has admitted to getting a nose job, she continues to deny that she has gone under the knife again. Well, Alexa has come to deny all the rumors by saying it's absolutely hysterical that people are comparing her photos to when she was 13 to now. As we know, she would naturally look different, as it's called growing up. There's still something about her new look that remains to make her look like she is unrecognizable than she usually does, and it's clear that the star is doing something because she continues to change her looks drastically every year, and there's no denying that. But either way, there's nothing wrong with it as she looks stunning. Number 2, Angus T. Jones. So more than 7 years after the stars of 2.5 Men signed off on their hit sitcom show, there have been new sightings of Angus T. Jones, and honestly, looks completely unrecognizable. While the actor did famously play the youngest member of the trio, we did know he wasn't going to stay young forever, and he was going to grow up at some point. However, Angus' looks have changed so much that you might not even notice who he was if I didn't point it out. While lately Angus has been sporting a full beard covering his lower half of his face, he dresses casually in t-shirts, shorts, and beanie hats, and every now and then you can see the actor walking down the street in his bare feet. Fans have since been seeing a lot less of Jones since he stepped away from the show. That made him a household name. However, since he was 21 by the time he made an appearance on the 2015 finale after exiting the series after being publicly criticized, none of us thought Angus would change his look so much. While he definitely seems to be a simple man, it's kind of concerning that he thinks it's safe to walk around on the streets with no shoes on. With it being nearly years since we last spotted him in public, he's definitely one of those celebrities we didn't expect to change so fast. Coming in number 1 today, we have Lil' Kim. So 47-year-old rapper Lil' Kim has been a figure in the music industry for over 20 years, and she has served us a series of iconic looks both on and off the stage. However, lately it's clear that the star has undergone some big changes since she broke out in the scene in the mid-90s. The Grammy-winning rapper looks almost completely unrecognizable, while the star has been rocking a dramatically different hairstyle, skin tone, and face shape from the original Kim fans all know and love. Her evolution is kinda scary to watch. Now, we all know Kim has never been the one to steer clear of a bold look, as she's experimented with wigs, color contacts, and lip liner. She's pretty much known and celebrated for being a regular beauty daredevil, but her recent transformations have been a little too unsettling to watch. While plastic surgery rumors have been swirling around, it's clear that her skin has gotten noticeably fairer, her nose is pointier, her cheekbones are higher, and her hair is increasingly a lighter shade of blonde. While fans are definitely concerned as Kim has been changing her skin tone when she already looks stunning, it's kinda sad that the star even stated that the reason she's changed her look so much is because guys were cheating on her with European-looking women.
Number 10, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner has carved her own spot amongst her family history, being named one of the youngest billionaires ever by Forbes magazine, and her own line of successful beauty products. Both of those turned out to be lies, but I've already talked about that in another video. Jenner is always seen in public dolled up and dressed to the nines. With her celebrity status, more than likely comes a team of cosmetic artists and hairstylists standing by to make her look fabulous. Well, it would appear that despite rumors of her being one of the worst bosses of all time, famously not paying her cosmetics or garment workers on time and keeping them in horrible work conditions, she actually does give her beauty squad a day off. Jenner has been spotted not wearing makeup in public several times and is unrecognizable. Not even in a bad way though. She has a natural cute smile and big beautiful cheeks to go with it. Side-by-side comparisons show the night and day appearance. Unfortunately, much like anyone who has experienced the pains of wearing a lot of makeup for a long time, Jenner suffers from severe acne on her forehead and cheeks. Well, maybe one day they'll make a foundation that doesn't feel like you're putting paint on your face. Number 9, Katy Perry. California girls. They're undeniable, and so is the fact that Katy Perry looks hella different without her makeup. The pop singer, known for hits like Hot and Cold and California Girls, is known for her style and colorful onstage persona. Katy is regularly seen sprouting a bright colorful hairdo and wearing outlandishly extravagant costumes during her shows. It's jarring to see her before the show, however. Without all those bright colors and clothes, Katy Perry kinda reminds me of my kindergarten teacher. Bonjour Madame Soleil. That's right, I'm French. deal with it. Her offstage persona seems to be a complete 180 of herself on stage. She's the kind of girl who wants to snuggle up on a couch, order in, and watch the newest original trash heap presented by Netflix. Photos of Perry with and without makeup also seem to showcase the emotional change that takes place during a show, as when Perry is home, she presents a more domestic and wholesome lifestyle, whereas when she's all zhuzhed up and ready to rock, she's got this smirk like she knows she's the queen and she's on her way to slay.
And at number 8, Megan Fox. Megan Fox shocked followers when she ditched her famous brown hair and bleached it a silver blonde. The caption on the photo read, quote, "This is what the devil's daughter looks like," then shouting out her new role in the movie Johnny and Clyde. Fox will star alongside Preacher's Tyson Ritter. Fox is set to portray Alana, crime boss who runs a prosperous casino, per Deadline. And apparently this film is incredibly scary, with insiders calling it a spooky supernatural slasher. Co-writer and director Tom DeNucci said Alana will be, quote, "a very dark character and that her look is meant to reflect that." DeNucci continued, quote, "I don't want to give away too much, but visually we wanted her to almost be like a Disney princess, but a messed up, very dark, twisted version of that. Her look is just incredible, this kind of almost evil princess character."
Number 7, Lady Gaga. Rama mama ma, Gaga ooh la la. Lady Gaga has been a staple in the pop music world since the early 2000s, with her song Just Dance gradually climbing its way to the #1 spot on the Billboard's Hot 100 list. It stayed at #1 on that list for a total of 49 weeks, and in 2023 it was certified 11 times platinum. She would continue to go on and write some of the greatest pop songs of all time, like Poker Face, Paparazzi, Bad Romance, and so many more. Over the years, Gaga has been a very easy person to spot in public due to her lavish lifestyle and her stunning looks. She's usually got her makeup done up, almost always in some colorful or unique way that just screams Gaga. It's strange to see her without the makeup, however, seemingly due to her eyebrows vanishing when she does. It kind of works for her, however. Lady Gaga is a larger-than-life superstar, but without the makeup, she looks more like the lead guitarist from a pretty solid punk band. At the Oscars this year, Gaga made an appearance and was noticeably bogged down in terms of style. She looked very comfortable on stage, wearing a plain black t-shirt and jeans, and it would appear that, hey, she found her eyebrows! Nice job! Number 6, Cardi B. Cardi B is an American rapper best known for her clever punchlines, aggressive flow, and she's got one heck of a shoe-throwing arm. Many times over the years, Cardi has appeared in many concerts and interviews, always looking her best, despite sometimes being at her worst. At a Fashion Show Week event in New York City, for instance, a few years ago, Cardi got into a fight with Nicki Minaj that ended up getting physical, but despite that, she looked incredible in her dress and her makeup was on point. It's hard to imagine Cardi without makeup, but thanks to her Instagram, that's easy peasy now. Recently, Cardi posted a series of images of herself with #NoMakeup. While this was meant to be a move of empowerment, fans have already started chiming into the pics, saying Cardi looks like a mom that cannot get her kid to chill. Her eyes also appear smaller without so much makeup on, only adding to the cat-like features seen in this photo, causing many of us to ask the question, is that Catwoman? Number 5, Selena Gomez. Russo! Selena Gomez made her Disney debut starring as Alex Russo on the hit sitcom Wizards of Waverly Place, a show centered around a family of wizards operating a deli in New York City. Huh. I've never actually said that out loud. That is a really weird plot, but it exists. And we love it. Anyway, following the success of that show, Selena has gone on to have a pretty stellar musical career, with her song Love You Like a Love Song hitting the top of the 100 Billboards list and sticking to it for quite some time. And not to mention, hitting the top 100 Billboard list and getting stuck in my head for the rest of my life. Selena is one of those celebrities who you most certainly will not recognize on the streets. When Selena has made public appearances in recent history, she's always shown up in a beautiful gown and she's had her makeup good to go. But seeing a side-by-side comparison shows that Gomez actually looks very different in her street clothes. Sometimes her makeup gives her a puffy face and she looks like she has a layer of something on her cheeks to keep them plump. When natural and makeup free, her cheeks are more defined and her natural skin tone brings out the contours of her face. I guess there's no magic needed for Ms. Gomez.
And number 4, Tori Spelling. While Tori Spelling has been offering her fans an easy solution to get younger looking skin, they are countering with their own suggestions for the Hollywood star. She's completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Well, the star took to her Instagram on December 20th to talk about a new treatment that was going to lift her skin alongside a video documenting the treatment treatment process being done to her, Tori would write a caption that said, "Do you want younger looking skin? I'm so excited to try Softwave Med's non-invasive treatment to help not only lift my skin but also reduce fine lines and wrinkles." Tori's comments in the sections were then immediately flooded with a mix of those thanking her for introducing them to the procedure, while others started to shame her for encouraging such work after she appeared to be unrecognizable. One fan saying, "Sister, you've had too much work done." Another user would say, "Stop doing stuff to your face," and a third would write, "Can we just talk about what's going on with your lips?" Despite her fans' opinions, Tori has actually always been pretty open about what she's been doing to herself and how her looks have changed over time because of it.
Number 3. Ariana Grande. Here's a quick age test for you guys. When you hear Ariana Grande, do you remember her more from her Nickelodeon days or more from her time dominating the music scene? Personally, I was 100% a Nickelodeon kid, which would explain a lot. On stage and screen, Ariana is usually caked in a fair amount of makeup. Her lips are always looking lavish and her hair is usually put up in like a ponytail bun type thing. I don't know fashion. But when she gets off stage and wipes it off, she basically travels back in time. Several photos of her without makeup show that underneath that makeup cake, she still looks the exact same as she did in the Nickelodeon days. If she was walking in the streets, you'd have childhood flashbacks and revert to throwing slime on each other. Like seriously, what was with Nickelodeon throwing slime on people? It's just gross. Ariana is known to be a bit eccentric, so maybe one day she'll literally like time travel and collab with her past self. Now that would be a solid Netflix movie. Number 2. Tyra Banks. Easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl. For those who don't know, Tyra Banks is a supermodel and TV personality, known best as the face of the cosmetics company CoverGirl, as well as the very popular and horribly organized clothing store Victoria's Secret. You may, however, know her best from her time as a reality TV host on the show America's Next Top Model, a modeling competition series in which women would compete in various beauty-themed challenges for a chance to be crowned America's Next Top Model and to have your career launched. There is no better person to have judged this competition. Tyra's stage presence is astounding, and she's always looking flawless for the cameras. When she hopped on the no makeup train, fans were very quick to notice her alter ego was different than her onstage persona. In her chill time, Tyra wakes up with Tim Burton eyes, but she quickly eases into a more cozy look. She's always wearing comfortable sweaters and sweatsuits, so hey, Nike, throw a sponsorship her way and some tells me she'll say yes. And at number 1, RuPaul. I'd like to start off by saying if you are in the drag community, you have all of my respect. You have massive cojones, keep slaying it. RuPaul's Drag Race quickly became one of the most popular reality show competitions in the world after its premiere in February of 2009. The show documents RuPaul in search of America's next top drag star. Ru plays the role of host, mentor, and head judge of the series, as every week contestants are given different challenges. While many drag stars are known for their incredibly extravagant looks, it's Paul himself that takes the spot on this list, as the most unrecognizable celebrity when the makeup comes off. On screen, Paul is big and bright, usually boasting a puffy hairdo and having an on-point sense of style. But outside of that, Paul looks more like a politician, usually seen in horn-rimmed glasses and a suit, always very stylish and ready to work. But unfortunately, my childlike brain looks at Paul and is reminded of a certain character from the film Master of Disguise who wasn't turtly enough to be in the Turtle Club. But straight up, everyone that was on this list is absolutely stunning and none of us are worthy enough to be in their presence. It just turns out that makeup does make a difference.
Starting off this list, we have number 10, Blake Lively. Blake Lively attempted to be unrecognizable in a casual outfit, but poked fun at the fact that she wore a bright red bag with her name Blake on it. Clearly her disguise was not fooling anyone. In the look, she had her hair up in a bun and was wearing a baseball cap with the word director on it. She captioned the photo, quote, "Good thing I had a hat, I didn't think anyone knew it was me." She wore casual clothes for the disguise, wearing a taupe crop top, striped pants, and a pair of chunky red and white sneakers. The director hat might be a nod to her latest endeavor as a director of Taylor Swift's music video for the song I Bet You Think About Me. In at number 9, Teresa Giudice. Real Housewives of New Jersey's Teresa Giudice just revealed her new nose job for the first time, and she looks completely unrecognizable. She exposed that she got the procedure earlier this month, saying it, quote, "made me feel better." She revealed the update while she was speaking at the New Jersey Ultimate Women's Expo on Sunday, November 7th. She said, quote, "I don't know if anybody knows, but I did get the tip of my nose done, and I was so nervous about getting it. So I guess I got a nose job, just the tip of it." She even praised her fiancé Luis Ruiz for supporting her decision. Apparently, he approved once he heard it would make her feel better about herself. There are rumors the decision was influenced by her oldest daughter, who revealed that she also got a nose job last summer.
Coming in number 8, we have Demi Lovato. So Demi Lovato looks completely unrecognizable compared to her days on the Disney Channel. While the star has been in recovery from an eating disorder after she shared this information last year, she accidentally lost a lot of weight when she got caught up following diet culture. With Demi's life being full of ups and downs over the last few years, the actress has managed to overcome traumatic experiences and has decided to start from scratch. However, her followers have been a little worried about her after she claimed she was abducted by aliens in 2021. Demi has set off alarms about her mental health, and she even has a huge black tarantula tattooed on her head. While the star has fluctuated with losing and gaining weight at high speeds, internet users have started to relate Demi's current situation as a possible emotional crisis. After leaving the mental health center, Demi has chosen to rock a shorter hairstyle, and she's even been photographed rocking gothic outfits, which are given the media a lot to talk about, as social media users assure that she looks completely unrecognizable.
And at number 7, Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw left his fans speechless because of his Halloween Instagram post. In the post, he is standing with a pumpkin and sporting a thick beard. The beard was so large it basically covered the bottom part of his entire face. His shocking appearance is for a reason. He had to transform for his latest acting role as James Dutton in the Yellowstone spin-off 1883, which also stars his wife, fellow country music star Faith Hill, as Margaret Dutton. Fans flooded the comments saying that they didn't recognize the star and that they had to do a double take. But other fans didn't keep their criticisms to themselves and claimed that they prefer how he looked before. One comment read, quote, "I must say I like you beardless better." If you want to see the look in action, you can catch 1883 on December 19th. And at number 6, Jared Leto. Jared Leto is known for his unbelievable transformations, and he has done it yet again with his latest role as Paolo Gucci in Ridley Scott's true crime drama House of Gucci. In this role, he wears a bald head, facial prosthetics, and flashy clothes as he dons the luxury brand's former design chief. His transformation was so shocking that his co-stars didn't even recognize him on the first day on set. Apparently, Al Pacino had no idea who Leto was. Leto said in an interview, quote, "The first day I showed up to set in character, I went over to Al Pacino and I said hello to him, and he kind of brushed me off. You could tell he couldn't wait to get away from me. But then someone told him that it was Jared Leto, and he was shocked about the transformation." When asked how long the hair and makeup would take every day, Leto said, quote, "The physical part was about 6 hours in the morning and about an hour at night." 6 hours, I can't even believe that. Halfway at number 5, Leah Remini. The latest edition of the National Enquirer has reported that Leah Remini no longer looks like herself, and her friends and family are stunned about the shocking transformation. One insider said, quote, "Unfortunately, she's almost unrecognizable." Apparently, the transformation is in preparation for her return to TV. One doctor said about her appearance, quote, "I suspect she's had botox to smooth frown lines and wrinkles on her forehead." But another doctor said her work has been much more dramatic and claimed she's had a complete facelift. The doctor said she looks younger now, but less attractive. Leah has been open about her use of botox in the past, and she hasn't sworn off the idea of getting plastic surgery. So this could be proof that she's had work done.
Number 4, Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo rose to stardom in the early 2000s after a successful launch of her music career with songs like Love Don't Cost a Thing and On the Floor, as well as several movie appearances alongside many Hollywood giants like the late great Robin Williams in Jack, Ice Cube in Anaconda, and so many more. Before I even think one negative thing about this woman's appearance, I just want to clarify that J-Lo is 53 and none of us are worthy. Seriously, we can all only pray to look this good when we are in our 50s. But she definitely looks different after the makeup comes off, right? With makeup, the actress looks great. Instead of bright and vibrant like many others on our list, hers is more focused on aiming towards smoky eyes and giving her cheeks a more defined look. When the makeup is off, however, Jennifer looks 30, flirty, and thriving. Seriously, at 53 years old, this woman looks like she is in her last year of university and has looked like that for the last 30 years. We should have casted her in 21 Jump Street alongside Shakira. Now that would have been a good movie. Sure, once in a while she's had some rough days. I mean, hey, I've been having a rough day for like 3 months, obviously, but she somehow still finds a way to pull off that sleepy-eyed look. Good job, J-Lo.
And at number 3, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson. The child star we knew as Honey Boo Boo is all grown up and looks completely unrecognizable. Ahead of her 16th birthday, she posed for a spread in Teen Vogue, where she showed off how she looks now and spoke about her life. In 2019, her mother, Mama June, was arrested on charge of substance abuse. Alana's 2-year-old sister Lauren was then given custody of her. Alana has spoken about people's expectations of her as a Southern girl, saying, quote, "Just because I'm from the South, people expect me to be all country bumpkin, out riding 4-wheelers all the time. That's not really how it is." She says that she hopes to live a normal life in the future, and she even wants to become a nurse. She's also hoping to move out of her sister's house when she turns 18. In at number 2, Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis is shaking things up for her newest role, and she looks unrecognizable while playing her character Molly. In the photos that have been released from the project, Kunis looks disheveled and pretty much out of it. She also has bleached blonde hair with long grown out roots. The look is so that Kunis can play a woman who is addicted to substances. The film is called 4 Good Days, and it shows the 4 days ahead of her getting a shot which will prevent her from being able to get high. The film also stars Glenn Close, who plays Molly's mother, and in the trailer we can see that she is suffering withdrawal symptoms. This film is a huge shakeup for Kunis, as she generally plays comedic roles in hits like Ted and Friends with Benefits, but it looks like she is ready for an Oscar-worthy performance and is excited to play a dramatic, gritty role. And finally, number 1, Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron just shared some behind-the-scenes images from her latest project, and she looks nothing like we have ever seen before. The photos show her in a huge curly red wig, a stark contrast from her signature blonde. The new look is to play a character Lady Lesso in an upcoming Netflix show, School for the Good and Evil. In one of her captions, she revealed the character is evil, giving the look a whole other meaning. She wrote, quote, "Ain't no rest for the evil. Can't wait for you all to meet Lady Lesso." The series was adapted from a series of books by Soman Chanani. Deadline reports that Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Yeoh, and Kerry Washington are joining Theron for the series, which is currently filming in Northern Ireland and set to hit Netflix in 2022. And at number 10, Cardi B. Cardi B hosted the American Music Awards last night, but she looked completely unrecognizable while she stepped out on the red carpet. She wore a gold Schiaparelli face mask while wearing a black dress from the designer. Her red carpet look was her first of many looks, and it included a black, dramatic off-the-shoulder gown with a tulle veil, which started at her head then went past her shoulders. The 49th annual AMAs featured today's top musical artists, showcasing performances from many of them, along with presenting awards. Cardi showcased multiple looks during her hosting debut. She told people while on the carpet, quote, "A lot of looks tonight, a lot of looks. I'm running on 2 hours sleep, and I arrived here today at 10 a.m. for rehearsal. We just finished at 2 o'clock, I got dressed, and I'm here and I'm going back again for my big entrance and to host the show." And at number 9, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore shared a throwback video on her Instagram where she professes her love for the girl group, the Go-Go's. The video is of Drew, who was only a child at the time, meeting her idol Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's at an event. She looked in awe, telling Carlisle how much she loved the band. Drew was wearing a colorful outfit featuring a white tee and tons of streamers and other colorful fabrics wrapped around her. She even had a big lime green bow on her hair. Drew shared the throwback moment ahead of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the Go-Go's. Drew also shared another video on her Instagram in celebration of the Go-Go's, where she wrapped herself in a towel and put on heavy face cream, again honoring the group, and calling herself their biggest fan.
At number 8, Jocelyn Wildenstein. When you look up the most drastic celebrity appearances, a photo of Jocelyn Wildenstein will no doubt appear in your search. Her looks are a prime example of someone taking plastic surgery too far and looking nothing like they did before. Though she was a model back in the day, too much plastic surgery has altered her appearance forever, to the point where she's mostly plastic, mostly botched, and looks like a completely different person. Jocelyn apparently started changing her appearance to make her husband happy, and she even modeled her look after big cats because her late husband was a big cat lover. She reportedly kept a lynx as a pet, and she said that she thought that the big cat's eyes were so perfect she wanted to look just like it. Unfortunately, she went too far with her look. Over the years, she's gotten surgery on her eyes to make them look more cat-like, as well as receiving brow and facelifts, injections, implants, and more. She's left looking nothing like how she did before all of the surgery, with her entire face being remade into something completely new and unnatural. Even though her appearance is quite drastic, Jocelyn has said that she's not done altering her looks.
In at number 7, Addison Rae. Addison Rae is getting more natural on her TikTok page, and she recently uploaded a video of herself getting her hair and makeup done while wearing no makeup. But the comments weren't so nice, and a lot of fans claimed she looked unrecognizable without the makeup. Some comments even claimed the 21-year-old looked, quote, old. One comment read, quote, "I would never say she's in her 20s. I swear she looks like 27-30 years. Another person wrote, quote, "She looks older than her age." But fans backed Addison up, claiming the commenters have no idea what a 21-year-old actually looks like. She does her best not to read negative comments and said in an interview, quote, "I have to remind myself that the people who leave hateful comments don't know me." In at number 6, Lily James and Sebastian Stan. These two are gearing up for the release of a new Hulu series based on the lives of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. And in the trailer for the new series, the pair looked nothing like themselves while emulating the famous couple. The series is based around the intimate tape of the pair that was leaked to the public after their honeymoon, and it shows how the tape was stolen, released to the public, and how the pair dealt with their invasion of privacy. Hulu says the show is based on, quote, "the true story behind the release of the first ever viral video in history." The pair both look insanely different, mostly Sebastian Stan in my opinion, who not only nailed the look of Tommy Lee, but also his mannerisms. The series will be out in February of 2022. Halfway number 5, Helen Mirren. Dame Helen Mirren's transformation for her new role might be the craziest one I've ever seen. She's changed almost everything about her look to portray Israeli leader Golda Meir in the upcoming biopic Golda. Mirren is clearly wearing heavy prosthetics in the film, like a fat suit and a fake nose. She also has long gray hair and more wrinkles than usual. Dame Helen said about the role, quote, "She was a formidable and powerful leader. I only hope to do her justice." But following the announcement of the role, Mirren has faced tons of backlash online. Critics are even calling Mirren racist for portraying the Israeli leader, some even labeling her, quote, "a well-known Zionist and Israeli worshipper." The film is set during the Yom Kippur War in 1973, when the Arab states and Israel fought. In at number 4, Blake Shelton. Gwen Stefani loves sharing old photos on her Instagram. Over the weekend, she shocked fans with 2 unrecognizable photos of her husband, Blake Shelton. One of the photos was from when Blake was a preteen singing into the mic. Another was when Blake was older, looking intensely at the camera while sporting long curly hair. Blake looks most unrecognizable in the second photo. He basically looks exactly like Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You. Fans determined that Blake had this shocking look back when Gwen was in her No Doubt years. In at number 3, Melissa Gorga. Melissa Gorga shocked her followers over the weekend when she posted a photo with her daughter on Instagram. The pair looked like twins with everything matching, including their pouty lips in the photos. Some eagle-eyed fans noticed that Melissa looked different for some reason but couldn't quite put their finger on it. In the post, Melissa revealed that they went to the hair salon with a caption saying, quote, "She's starting to look like me again now. Thanks for our Saturday morning hair sesh." Fans even speculated that the pair might have gotten lip injections along with the new hairdo. Other fans accused Melissa of having a, quote, "distorted appearance," with many calling Melissa unrecognizable. And at number 2, Madonna. The 63-year-old icon is constantly shocking her fans with how ageless she looks in her Instagram photos. She posted in September showing off her new house, and fans were shocked at how unrecognizable she was. She wore a fishnet top and a plunging black bra while posing in her $19 million LA mansion. And although there was tons of praise for her in the comments, a lot of fans are sick of Madonna's unrecognizable appearance. One person wrote, quote, "No one in their mid-60s has the skin of a 9-month-old. These are nice pictures, but they're completely fake, as is her face. She clearly has a big problem with aging." Another comment read, quote, "She literally no longer even looks like herself. She does not look like Madonna. I would not recognize who this is if I saw her on the street. That is just ridiculous." And finally, number 1, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is the Kardashian that is often featured in lists like this because it feels like she changes her appearance weekly. This topic came up once again after her cover photos for Cosmo UK were released, and people say she looks unrecognizable. In the interview, she spoke about her love-hate relationship with her fame and the fact that she is not always able to drown out the hate. She said, quote, "There are definitely times that I'm like, I don't care about anything. I have this great ability to block everything out. Then I have times where I struggle and I can't drown out the noise. And I get mad at myself for not being able to. It's a vicious cycle." Khloe revealed that when she is having a hard time with negativity from the public, she will talk to her sister Kim to calm her down.
At number 10, Carrot Top. American comedian Carrot Top is pretty well known for his signature looks. With his bright orange hair and crazy expressions, no one can mistake him, that's for sure. However, over the years there's been speculation that the comedian has undergone a few cosmetic surgeries that have him looking a little different, some saying that he's actually been botched, but the overall consensus is that he looks pretty unrecognizable. Though he's denied ever having received plastic surgery and mostly credits his looks to his gym habits, there are others out there who think that there's something a little artificial that the comedian has been hiding from his fans, because though his body is different from working out, his face has been altered as well. It is believed that the comedian has received an eyebrow lift, botox injections, lip filler, and laser peels, which many people see as the reasons his freckles are less evident. Because of the fillers and lifts, a lot of people think his face has been left looking a little too stiff and a little too fake.
In at number 9, Lara Flynn Boyle. Boyle was stunning in the 90s when she acted on shows like Twin Peaks and The Practice, but in the early 2000s her look started changing drastically, specifically her lips. Over time her face started to look very unnatural and nobody wanted to cast her anymore. Boyle commented before her procedures that she was scared of aging as she knew she would lose work, but her botched procedures are what have actually blacklisted her from the industry. In 2010, Paul S. Nassif told the Daily Mail, quote, "Lara Flynn Boyle appears to have had a rhinoplasty, lip augmentation, Botox, facial fillers, and possibly a brow lift and facelift," also saying she should refrain from any more procedures. Another plastic surgeon agreed, telling the outlet that she had gone overboard with the fillers for her cheeks and lips.
Number 8. Adele. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if you've ever seen this side of Adele. Adele is famous for her incomparable voice, known to have incredible range and on-stage presence. When many fans think of Adele, they think of her music or her stunning looks. For me, I think of the time she hosted Saturday Night Live and the entire cast did a sketch where everyone dressed like her and sang hello in a pile of leaves, but that's just my brain. After this video though, you may think of this image. When Adele is off stage and enjoying her time away from the lights and hairspray, she looks like she hasn't stopped crying in weeks. Her eyes often appear red and swollen when not wearing makeup. Now, this could be attributed to her being a mother and just, existing, but in this photo specifically, she looks so done with everything. Like, just give her an endless 5-minute break, please.
In at number 7, Courtney Love. Courtney Love has admitted to having 3 major procedures to change her looks, but unfortunately she hasn't been happy with any of them. The first procedure was a liposuction on her butt. She claimed that it actually ruined her figure, and she discouraged anyone else from getting it done. She also had a mouth enhancement, which she wasn't happy with either. She said after the procedure, quote, "I just want the mouth that God gave me back. It was perfectly cute and I had nice big lips." The last procedure she has admitted to was a nose job, although after the original procedure, she ended up getting it corrected because she didn't like it, even calling it a quote little beak at one point. All this aside, Courtney looks very beautiful now, although it's clear she looks vastly different than her natural self.
At number 6, Dana Delaney. Getting Botox is a pretty common thing these days. Getting injectables seems to be the newest trend, probably because it's one of the least invasive plastic surgery procedures that you can receive. But just because it's not considered a major procedure, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's no risk, and Desperate Housewives actress Dana Delaney can tell you all about it. Dana opened up about one of the worst procedures that she's received that completely changed her face. In 2003, Dana decided to go in and receive some Botox injections after her dermatologist convinced her to try it out, and when she went in for the procedure, things went horribly wrong when the doctor performing the procedure injected the needle into the wrong place in her forehead and actually caused quite a bit of damage. When he injected the syringe into her forehead, the needle ended up striking a nerve. This then created a huge hematoma, and it actually ended up killing the nerve that was struck. Unfortunately for Dana, this mistake was pretty serious because it ended up affecting the muscle in her right eye, which caused her eye to begin to droop down slightly. Dana spoke out about the experience saying, quote, "I noticed it more than anybody else, but I was symmetrical before and now I'm not." End quote. This made her look pretty unrecognizable since it literally changed the symmetry of her face.
Halfway at number 5, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid was voted the most beautiful person in the world at one point, but it's hard to believe she's all natural. Bella never talks about the work she's had done, but from before and after pictures it's clear that she's had a lot of enhancements. During a 2018 interview, she responded to comments about her plastic surgery, saying, quote, "People think I got all this surgery or did this or that, and you know what? We can do a scan of my face, darling. I'm scared of putting fillers into my lips. I wouldn't want to mess up my face." But with the before and afters that we have, it's hard to claim that it's all puberty. The most common surgeries that have been rumored are a nose job, cat eye, eyebrow lift, and either fillers or surgery to sharpen her face.
Number 4, Noah Cyrus. Honestly, I didn't even know Miley had a little sister until she started dating Little Xan years ago, but it seems like now I barely even recognize her, as every time she posts a new photo on Instagram, she looks completely unrecognizable. While the star has been back in the room making some new music, her latest posts show her sporting a more daring look that I don't think many would try. Most fans have been questioning where her eyebrows have gone. Noah Cyrus is one of the latest celebrities to try out the new bleached eyebrow trend. While she said the trend definitely caused her some pain, she still seems to be doing it. In addition to her newly invisible eyebrows, she's also been sporting a really dark, spooky makeup look. And it's clear by removing her eyebrows, Noah isn't scared to explore extremes when it comes to accentuating her face. And while the star may think it's a good idea, it leaves me to ask when we might see this trend stop, because I'm tired of seeing celebrities constantly testing out this new brow method, and it leaves them looking a little scary to look at. And while fans have pointed out Noah's extraterrestrial look, she does look good, I'll admit that.
And at number 3, LaToya Jackson. LaToya Jackson has had major plastic surgery over the years. It's to a point that her past self is completely unrecognizable. The most noticeable procedure LaToya has had is a nose job. It was reported in 2017 that she was allegedly one nose job away from completely losing her nose. Experts say that the outer flare of her nostrils have been overly narrowed to a point of near disappearance. Another doctor even claimed that every surgery that LaToya gets in the future carries the risk of her face collapsing due to all the damage from past procedures. Her skin tone is also much lighter than before, and it's rumored that she has bleached her skin.
At number 2, Mickey Rourke. For a long time, people have made some pretty harsh comments about Mickey Rourke's face. In his early career, he was praised for having a baby face and boyish charm, but now, not so much. A lot of people believe that he doesn't look anything like he used to, and a lot of that has to do with his botched plastic surgery. Mickey has spoken out about his altered appearance, saying that boxing is really what caused things to go downhill for him. Because he went in for reconstructive surgery from things that had been damaged through boxing, his face has never been the same. Speaking further on this, Mickey said, quote, "Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together. I had my nose broken twice, I had 5 operations on my nose, and 1 on a smashed cheekbone." End quote. If Mickey had gone to someone else for these procedures, maybe things would have been different.
And finally, number 1, Cardi B. Cardi B started out as a reality TV star and turned into a Grammy-winning rapper. Since she's been in the spotlight for so long, it's clear she's gone under the knife to change how she looks. She's not hiding it either. Cardi often talks about her surgeries. She was even forced to put some of her concerts on hold to recover from plastic surgery. She had complications from liposuction and was still in the process of recovering from breast implants, so her feet started to swell uncontrollably, making her unable to perform. When critics called her lazy for getting the lipo, she said she doesn't have time to work out. Cardi has also gotten implants in her butt to give her an hourglass figure, and it's speculated that she's gotten some botox and filler as well. And at number 10, Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell looked completely unrecognizable in the new Batman trailer, where he's playing the Penguin. The 2022 version of the classic story is starring Robert Pattinson as Batman and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. In Farrell's version of the Penguin, he looks somewhat like a mafia boss. This is different than what we know from the comics, where the Penguin is seen with a top hat, a monocle, and a fancy 3-piece suit. Farrell is clearly wearing heavy prosthetics that change the entire shape and structure of his face, along with making him much heavier than his usual self. Farrell also looks much different than Danny DeVito's 1992 version of the character. In that one, DeVito looks straight out of a Tim Burton movie. And at number 9, Christopher Hivju. The Game of Thrones actor recently joined the show The Witcher for its 2nd season, and he looks drastically different from his work as Tormund. We got a sneak peek of his character on Henry Cavill's Instagram. Henry is the main character on The Witcher. He wrote, quote, "The amazing, the wonderful, the electric, enigmatic Christopher Hivju." Christopher was extraordinarily brave for season 2 of The Witcher and decided to play his character Nivellen with zero makeup or visual effects, as you can see above. In the photo, we see heavy prosthetics along with Christopher even wearing horns around his mouth. So clearly Henry Cavill was being sarcastic in his post.
Coming in number 8, we have Renee Zellweger. She was once America's sweetheart after she stole our hearts and made us realize all of our love lives weren't great with her adorable performance in Bridget Jones's Diary. I mean, how could you not love her pouty lips lips, bedroom eyes, and prominent cheeks. Renee was not only physically attractive, but she was also a very talented actress. In fact, she even won an Academy Award for her performance in Cold Mountain. While Renee has enjoyed a very prominent career in Hollywood with amazing supporting and lead roles in hit blockbusters, she's never really left the spotlight, but the lights have shined dimmer on her as time has gone by, and now we can't help but wonder, could it have anything to do with her looks? Today, Renee looks completely unrecognizable at Hollywood events, as her face now looks completely different, to the point it makes us wonder, is this really Renee or is it somebody else? I guess none of us have seen Renee in a while, and when we suddenly saw an older version of the person we used to know, many were quick to claim that the changes were from plastic surgery, but others just simply acknowledged the star has aged and we just didn't notice.
And at number 7, Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry had worried fans in new paparazzi photos taken of the actor. In the photos, he was picking up a coffee at Starbucks, but eyewitnesses say he was chain smoking the whole time, and he looked unkempt and disheveled. Others say he was also out of breath while walking to grab the drink. Concerns about Perry's health started after the Friends reunion aired, where Perry was slurring his words, along with nodding off during an interview. Many fans shared their concern for him in the comments of that video. One read, quote, "I hope he gets better soon. I don't know how I'm going to enjoy the reunion when Matthew is this sad." And at number 6, Renee Zellweger. Renee Zellweger was just seen out filming for her new role as convicted killer Pam Hupp, and she looked unrecognizable. Most notably, Renee was significantly heavier than her typical small frame. This was due to a fat suit she was wearing that made her look more similar to Hupp. Zellweger also appeared to have a prosthetic nose to further the transformation. The project is NBC crime series called The Thing About Pam. Pam Hupp was convicted of killing Louis Gumpenberger. She has also been accused of killing other people but not convicted for any other crimes. This fat suit has actually been controversial, but it's assumed that Zellweger took this route instead of gaining weight like she did for her past role playing Bridget Jones, where she put on a lot of weight for the role and took a toll on her mental health. Halfway, number 5, Hailee Steinfeld. The Met Gala is usually a place where stars dress incredibly different from their usual selves, but Hailee shocked the world when she came looking entirely different than we'd ever seen her before. I actually had to do a double take to make sure it was even her. At the event, she ditched her signature brown hair for a silvery white bob. Her makeup also completed the look, elevating the white and silvery nature of the Iris Van Herpen outfit she was wearing at the event. We've seen Hailee at the event a few times before, but never looking like this. Although the look was totally epic, she went back to her classic brown hair right after. And at number 4, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan is back and ready to star on the big screen again. Lohan used to be a huge star in the acting world, starring in hits like Mean Girls and Just My Luck. My personal favorite is Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. I just watched that over the weekend, it is so good. But as she grew up, her substance issues got the best of her and she stopped acting. However, she's making her grand return and she looks totally unrecognizable. She actually looks a lot like the old Lindsay Lohan that we know and love, wearing her classic red hair. Lohan has not acted since 2019 when she starred in the film Among the Shadows, but now she's acting alongside Cord Overstreet in the untitled film, which is set to release in 2022. To me, it definitely looks like a Christmas movie. Fans in the comments of the photo were shocked to see it was Lindsay. Many said they had to do a double take to even realize it was her. And at number 3, Ariana Grande. When you think of Ariana Grande, her signature ponytail is probably the first thing that pops into mind, but Ariana is looking entirely different from her former self in the new promo material for The Voice. Ariana is the show's newest judge, and she's taken on an entirely new aesthetic. In the promo materials, fans shared that they didn't even realize it was Ariana. She's wearing less makeup, her skin is less tanned, and her hair is short and down instead of in a ponytail. One author even joked that she looks like a quote, married white woman, following her marriage to Dalton Gomez. Another said the lack of makeup might be the reason for her new look. They wrote, quote, "Is it just because she's not wearing dark makeup or does she have an entirely different face?" And at number 2, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato has been going through a lot of changes recently, some physically and others mentally. After Demi revealed that they prefer they/them pronouns, Demi has changed their style considerably. Demi used to be known for their long black hair, but recently they chopped it into a mullet-like hairstyle. At one point, Demi was even rocking a hairstyle that looked almost identical to the Kardashian matriarch Kris Jenner. Fans are even posting side-by-side photos of them compared, and it's crazy how similar these hairstyles are. But that's not all. Demi has also been open about their new fascination with UFOs. They're even creating a new show around the topic and potentially having interactions with UFOs. And finally, at number 1, Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon looks nothing like the man we've seen before on the big screen, and he shocked his fans when he uploaded a picture showing his face looking bloated and puffy. He was also clean shaven in the photo. It's clear the change is due to prosthetics, as he was looking slim the last time he was seen out before this photo. And Kevin's actually not a stranger to changing himself for roles. He's transformed many times before in his advertisements for mobile network operator EE. One fan even commented on the photo saying Kevin's new look is most likely for the same commercial. Another fan joked that he needed to cut down on the bacon.